Runners moving in for the first trial of the morning. Lian Yao and Fortune Wheel, the first two in. Field of 7 runners. Battle Cry steps forward. So I believe Pacific Chief will now be ridden by H. Heikel, if I'm not mistaken. So a late jockey change there for Pacific Chief as Kim Emperor moves in. Last two to load, Terakal Ben and Antipodean, and will be set for a start. Trial 1 for the morning, field of 7 runners over 1,000 metres. Antipodean, the last one. Moves in. Set and ready. Flags up. First trial, gates are back and away and trialing from the 1,000 metre mark. Starters taught them to a level beginning. Fortune Wheel goes back early on. Kim Emperor, on the other hand, broke out well. Battle Cry shown pace towards the middle of runners. Along the inside, Lian Yao making a line of 3. Just in behind that, Terakal Ben being followed by Antipodean, and battle on the inside, Pacific Chief with Fortune Wheel, who's at the back end of the field. 6 lengths cover them as they make the way past the 600 metre mark. Up in front, Lian Yao, the leader by half a length. That is outside is Battle Cry in second. Then 2 lengths back, Kim Emperor being followed by Pacific Chief. Terakal Ben makes his move around runners with Antipodean, who's caught 4 wide. And at the back end of the field is Fortune Wheel. Top of the straight, 350 metres left to travel. Lian Yao still up in front, but faces the challengers now with Pacific Chief along the inside and Kim Emperor down the centre. Now picks up the lead, and hard up on the outside, Antipodean travels into the trial quite nicely as they're into the final 150. And it's Kim Emperor with a 2-length lead over Antipodean. Terakal Ben further back in the field, but Kim Emperor now draws away from the opposition and will win hard held at the line from Antipodean. Terakal Ben. Battle Cry maybe just ahead of Lian Yao. Then came Fortune Wheel, who was towards the back end of the field. So Kim Emperor and Casey Lowe team up for the first trial, having his barrier trial for the Piala Emus Sultan Cylinder. Of course, that's next weekend. And a very easy trial for him. On pedigree, he should relish the 2,000 metre journey. And he's had a nice prep coming into the race, and he draws away from the rest of the field. Wins by 2.5 lengths from Antipodean, back in second. Will be interesting to see if he'll be stepping up into the Piala Emus Sultan Cylinder. Third place went the way of Terakal Ben. Then came, I believe it was Battle Cry, just ahead of Pacific Chief, followed by Fortune Wheel, and Lian Yao was last across the line. So just to repeat the numbers, Kim Emperor the winner from Antipodean, back in second. Terakal Ben third. Fourth place went the way of Battle Cry. Fifth, Pacific Chief. In sixth was Fortune Wheel, and last across the line was Lian Yao. That completes trial 1. We move across to trial 2 up next, and the runners and riders will be up on screen shortly. Runners and riders for trial 2 up on screen, and we have the 2 unnamed runners, starting off with the first one from the Joseph Lent stable. The Grunt runner will be ridden by Esper Holden. Second of the unnamed runners from the Chinchinoy stable, Atmazani takes the ride, and this is by Territories out of Brave Journey. Ebullience will be ridden by H. Heikel. Top Chili will be ridden by Z. Kareel. Top Confidence, Y. Ivy. War Sniper, W.H. Lim. Eternal Fortune, S.U. Lim. And Dark Moon will be ridden by KC1. So those are the runners and riders for trial 2, and they'll be making their way down to the start shortly. and it should commence in approximately 8 minutes time. Runners moving in for the second trial. Brilliant, the first one. Field of 8 runners for trial 2. 2 of them are unnamed runners, one by Grant and the other one by Territories. And the runner by Grant will be ridden by Beholden, and the one by Territories will be ridden by Atmazani as Top Confidence moves in. Next to load, War Sniper and WH Lim. The unnamed runner by Grunt steps forward. Second of the unnamed runners, this one by Territories out of Brave Journey, with the ride of Atmazani, steps forward. Three to load. Eternal Fortune, the next one, who is carded to race this weekend. Eternal Fortune having his race trial. Top Chili moves in, and we have one left to load, Dark Moon, who's fired up behind the starting stalls. He's having his new registration and blinkers and pacifiers on for this barrier trial. And this is from the Charles Lech stable. Dark Moon, almost in, but then just backs away slightly. Dark Moon now steps forward. Trial 2 for the morning. We are set and ready, flags up from behind, and away and trialing in the second barrier trial. The starters taught them to an okay beginning. The second of the unnamed runners by Territories under Atmazani broke out well, showing pace up on the outside as Ebullience, as well as Top Chili showing pace in between runners, and deep riders Dark Moon battle on the inside. The second of the unnamed runners by Grant also shows pace. Then 2.5 lengths back to Top Confidence, being followed by War Sniper, and well outpaced is Eternal Fortune, who's detached from the rest of the field and spots them now 20 lengths as they're homeward bound, with just on 450 meters left to travel. And it's a well spread out field, and a lot of runners really green here, but up in front it's the unnamed runner by Territories and Atmazani that show the way, being followed by the other unnamed runner under Beholden. Deep route Dark Moon starts to move into the trial. That's being followed by Top Chili. Then towards the outside is Top Confidence. Ebullience battle on the inside, and hard up the outside is War Sniper, but it's the unnamed runner by Territories that has shot clear and goes 5 to 6 lengths clear of the rest of the field and won't beat for the catching, and wins very impressively. So it's the unnamed runner by Territories that wins from War Sniper, Top Chili, then came Top Confidence. In behind that was Dark Moon, followed by the other unnamed runner, which was by Grunt. And towards the back end of the field, you had Eternal Fortune as well as Ebullience. So I'd probably say about 20 lengths covered this field, as the winner was a runaway winner, won by about 5 or 6 lengths at the end. This is by Territories out of Brave Fortune from the Chinchinoi stable, ridden by Atmazani. I think 5 lengths has been a bit generous, probably wins by 8 lengths at the end. And shot clear from the rest of the field. The majority of this field was quite green at the top of the straight, and they were spread right across the track. Second place went the way of War Sniper, who has tried to race this weekend. Returned back from a respiratory distress that was picked up in his last run. That was followed by Top Chili, also tried to race this weekend, alongside Top Confidence. Then came the other unnamed runner by Grunt, ridden by Beholden, followed by Dark Moon. Followed by Eternal Fortune, and Ebullience was the last one to cross the line. So just to repeat the numbers, the winner is the unnamed runner by Territories out of Brave Journey, followed by War Sniper in second. Third place, Top Chili. Fourth place was Top Confidence. In fifth was the other unnamed runner by Grunt. Sixth place, Dark Moon. 7th, Eternal Fortune, and Ebullient was last across the line. We move on to Trial 3. This is the last of our barrier trials for the morning, as we have combined Trials 3 and 4 together. And we now have a field of 7 runners for the third and final trial for the morning, which will take place on track 2 once again. And we'll have the runners and riders up on screen shortly. Runners and riders for the third and final trial. Hey Boss will be ridden by KC1. Salam 61, M Zaki. Shenji will be ridden by S Beholden. So there is a jockey change there with Beholden that now takes the ride of Shenji. So I'll quickly update that. Moving on to the next runner, Maximus Pegasus will be ridden by Y Ivy. Rocky Bai will be ridden by A Azizi now, so it's another change. Zizzy now rides Rocky Bai. Cinnamon Blaze will be ridden by Clyde Leck, and Our Secret Weapon will now be ridden by KC Lowe. So a few jockey changes here, and I think we have adjusted to all of them. But this will be the third and final trial for the morning, and they'll start in approximately 7 minutes time. runners moving in for the third and final trial. Cinnamon Blaze moves in riderless as he normally does, and Clyde Lett will jump aboard in the starting stalls. Next to load will be Rocky Bai, who now will be ridden by Ayazizi. Steps forward. Field of 7 runners to close the morning off of our barrier trials here. Our Secret Weapon, the next one. Now for the turn of Salam 61, trialing with the blink capacifiers on this morning. Shenji. Moves in. 2 left to load, Maximus Pegasus, as well as Hey Boss, and we'll be set for a start. Hey Boss moves in. Maximus Pegasus, the last one. Steps forward, sets and ready. Last trial for the morning, 1,000 meters. Gates are back and away, and trialing Maximus Pegasus maybe just 2 lengths slow when the starter said go, and Hey Boss goes back early on. Towards the inside of runners, Salam 61, well, excuse me, that's rather Rocky Bai, broke out well. Showing pace up on his outside is Our Secret Weapon, and even deeper out on the track is Shenji. In between those, Cinnamon Blaze, being followed by Salam 61, Maximus Pegasus. And well back in the field is Hey Boss, who's detached from them and is racing about 15 lengths off the leaders. As the homeward bound with 500 meters left to travel. Up in front, it's Rocky Bai, the narrow leader. At his outside is Our Secret Weapon. That's been followed by Cinnamon Blaze, only 2.5 lengths off the leaders. Then came Salam 61, followed by Maximus Pegasus. Deep right is Shenji, and Hey Boss is well detached as they're into the final 200 meters. Up in front, now Cinnamon Blaze starts to make a big run towards the outside. He now attached Rocky Bai, who's still the narrow leader. It's Rocky Bai and Cinnamon Blaze. These two pull well clear and left to fight it out. Rocky Bai in front. Cinnamon Blaze, one last late challenge. Won't get there though. So Rocky Bai beats Cinnamon Blaze. From back in the third, Our Secret Weapon, Maximus Pegasus. Then further back in the field we had Shenji. Then came Salam 61, and crossing the line now was Hey Boss. So Rocky Bai will win the final trial for the morning. With the late jockey change with Ayazizi aboard for the Nick Salvin stable. Wins by a long neck at the end. From Cinnamon Blaze, who ranged up alongside him on the outside. But just couldn't get past him at the end. Will go down in second, but these two well clear of the third placed horse, which was Our Secret Weapon. Followed by Maximus Pegasus, who ran on back into fourth. Followed by Shenji. Then came Salam 61, and Hey Boss was never in contention and was a well-beaten last. So just to confirm the numbers, Rocky Bai, the winner for the third and final trial, from Cinnamon Blaze back in second, Our Secret Weapon in third. Fourth place went the way of Maximus Pegasus, Shenji back in fifth, Salam 61 in sixth, and Hey Boss completes the field, who was last of all and was well detached from the rest of the runners. That completes our barrier trials for this Tuesday, the 25th of November. Take note, we have a race meeting on Sunday, the 30th of November. And at the moment, we will have a card of 11 races, I believe. So looking forward to this weekend's racing. It will be the build-up, of course, to the Piala Emus in just a week and a half's time. It will take place next week, Sunday, on the 4th of December, I believe it is. So looking forward to the race meetings coming up in the next week and a half. And we'll be back here for Sunday's meeting on the 30th of November. So a big thank you for joining us this morning. And we'll see you at the races this weekend. Take note, we do have our previews which will come out on Friday. as well as more information regarding the final Group 1 and the final leg of the Triple Crown series taking place next week Sunday, which will come through the social media pages. So make sure to stay up to date on the YouTube channel as well as the Facebook pages with regards to all the racing news with the Synod Turf Club.